Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sunday morning. It is currently, what's the time now, Mr. Wolf? 9:46 in the morning. And once again, for about another 2.5 hours, I'm off litter picking once again. Now, because the first time I did this on Boxing Day was actually quite a good success. Well, yeah, that's exactly why we're going to do it again. And at some point during like the new year, early into January, I wouldn't mind actually going to like different towns and stuff like that to do stuff like this. You never know, guys, there might be something in it. Yeah, as they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure and all that. So yeah, let the picking commence. So you join me 20 minutes later, ladies and gentlemen, and once again we're at the back of Pontyland Social Club, and this is actually probably one of my best places to actually come and pick up rubbish, because literally I managed to find 50p with Sherlock Holmes on the back of it, by the way. And just along this patch of ground alone, I found 3 empty packets of crisps, 4 bottles, several plastic ones. Just little bits of paper and plastic, silvery colour, mostly like red and whatnot. What I'm trying to get at is that so far, while there's been nothing like massive going on, it's also about the little things, like little cigarette stubs. You know, this is what I was talking about yesterday: attention to detail. And the detail, what we found so far, is that give it about another 2 days, and this the back of the club will be littered with all sorts again. Still, in fairness, one man's trash and all that. It's just that little step of just keeping this place clean. You know what I mean? Why not live in a place that's clean, or make it clean yourself if all else fails? So you join me again another 20 minutes later, and I've been outside Barzan, which is this Middle Eastern restaurant just opposite the 7 Stars. And you remember a short while ago I was talking about how the back of Pontyland Social Club is like the hot spot, if you will, for rubbish? I think it might have just found a new contender, because I spent the last 10 minutes picking up trash just outside Barzan, and to my knowledge, because I did do a count, I found 9 cigarette boxes and about 64 loose cigarette ends. So our bag is filling up nicely, and it's slow, but then again, there's been a lot of small things we found, but then again, I think that's kind of half the point. There may be small things, but guess what? You'll be surprised about just, again, like I said before, attention to detail, and you'll be surprised exactly what you can find. With that being said, we keep going. You join me an hour later, and we've just about come to the end of yet another day's searching. So, the fruit of today's findings, it's mostly loose things like cigarette butts, cigarette packets, you know, just thing, you know, things are not, you know, it's bad enough and all that just because the amount. So ready, and let's take 2 on that one. See, it goes in that. It's called a bin. I know, spectacular invention. And the only thing I feel like I can add from today's searchings is what happened about 20 minutes ago. You see, you would be under the impression that somebody going out of their own way just to pick up litter and stuff like that around the village, you would have thought that why on earth would people ever get upset about something like that? And yeah, surprisingly, I had my very first instance of somebody actually complaining about me for doing it. They came up to me, asked me what I was doing in that kind of intimidating, demanding sort of tone. I told him exactly what I was doing. He then asked me, but why? In an even unfriendlier tone than before. And before I knew what was going on, he just kind of did a bit of a half snarl at me and just kind of walked off. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is the bona fide example of the sort of person you should never work for. Because guess what? If they're willing to complain about somebody like me who's just doing a little bit of community service, if you will, because that's what I'm referring to this as, it's a little bit of a community service because I can't see anybody else doing it, can you? But the point is, yeah, if they're willing to complain about somebody actually doing something good for the community, Lord knows what else they're going to complain about. So yeah, don't ever work for people like that. Miserable people. But until then, another day, and there we go. And I guess I'll see all of you guys again for the next one. Thank you.